The NNSCRA Offline and Online Racing at its best presents Speed World. North Carolina Motor Speedway in Rockingham, North Carolina is the site for stock number 29 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series. It's the running of the AC Delco 400. We are set for 59 laps of action on this 1.017 mile racetrack in the Sand Hills of North Carolina. In fact, it's two racetracks basically in the same street, basically. You're sitting right next door to North Carolina Motor Speedway is Rockingham Dragway, one of the top drag strips in North Carolina, and where they hold a lot of PDRA events, of course, Professional Drivers Association events. So, something you won't see on the track here in this track in North Carolina, Motor Speedway, obviously. But what you will see is 38 cars running around this track here today, and here's your starting lineup. On the pole, going for the Rockingham sweep, is Kyle Matthews in car 25, the Kodiak Chevrolet. And if you know his track record at Rockingham, you'll know it's usually pretty darn good on this track here. We'll see if it is today here. Alongside of him is Bryce Egan in car 42, the Mellow Yellow Pontiac. No, the driver in that car is not the Carolina Panthers quarterback, or what was the Carolina Panthers quarterback. Anyway, Bryce Egan's car number 42, the Mellow Yellow Pontiac, sitting alongside. Kyle Matthews will be back in that car next season with Coors Light as a sponsor. Next row down is car 21, Quentin Moore to Citgo Ford, and number 18, Nathan Ormond, two-time winner season so far. Quentin won a season in the Daytona 500. It's at Daytona. Third row, two-time winner Alex Miller in car 33, the Skull Bandit Chevrolet, and number 24, Caleb Fogler, the winner this season in the Holly Farms 400 at North Wilkesboro, the DuPont Chevrolet, car 24. He may be back in this car next season as well, too. Next row down is car number 1, Trent Dunham in the Skull Classic Ford. He won the last. He almost won the last race. He won the last race we brought on tour, the Mellow Yellow 500 at Charlotte. He also won at Riverside. Beside him is car number 98, Emmanuel Hartnett in the Fingerhut Ford. Fingerhut will jump ship from that car, and RCA will be a sponsor of that machine next season. Next round is number 12. It is Destin Bowen, and alongside him is number 81, JT Bryant. Next round after that will be car number 31, Alex Hawkins, who's been on a tear as of late, believe it or not, in the Hardee's Chevrolet. And beside him is Laura Chung in car 77, the US Air Jasper Engines Ford. Next round is car number 3, Cole Deaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, and number 23, Eric Sadler, the Smokin' Joe's Ford. Cole won his season at Atlanta. Next round is Ali Liara in car 16, the Family Channel Ford, and number 40, Michael Turner. Next round is number 8, Joshua Osborne, three-time winner so far this season, and number 4, it is Eric Monaco in the Kodak Film Chevrolet. Next round is number 2, Dylan Young, and number 27, Joshua Sakuli, sitting alongside. Then it's Matt McIntyre, car 71, and number 5, Phil Parker, the winner at the Southern 500 at Darlington this season. Next round has the winner of the first race at Richmond, the first Richmond race this season. It's Nathan Hudson at number 43, and alongside car 15, it is Colin Cropley in the Quality Care Ford. Next round is number 9, Ryan Brommer, and number 90, that is the car of Wyatt Quayle. Next round has number 75, Zach Winkle, and number 41, Mitchell Hodak. Next round would be the winner at the second Dover race this season. It is Daniel Voiles in 26, and number 22, it is Dylan Pote at the wheel of the Maxwell House Pontiac, winner of the 600 at Charlotte this season. Next round after that is number 6, Seth Cole in the Valvoline Ford. Nathan Hudson will be the driver of that car next season. And number 10, Cat Benson, the Tide Ford. Next round is number 7, Paul Minnick in the XI Batteries Ford. And number 11, the championship points leader, Jessica Shelton, winner three times this season. She's in car number 11, the Weber Ford, sitting alongside. She's won 3 times this season, but she's got a long way to go here at Rockingham. 27, next row down has number 17, Reggie Fogelman, and number 30, Zachary Fitzwater. And it's number 19, Carson Gunn, winner at Sonoma this season, and number 28, Keith Batts in the Texaco Haviland Ford. He will be the last place starter here today at Rockingham, starting shotgun in the field. So you got 3 makes of cars in the top 3 spots right here. Chevrolet on the pole, Pontiac on the outside pole, and Ford starting in 3rd position as the command to fire the engines here.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Command getting the party engines. So we're several racing here today. As the pace release field off the pit road, we'll be back for the start of the race right after this. Going in turn 3 through turns 3 and 4 right now. Pace currently leads the field through turns 3 and 4 here. Kyle Matthews and Bryce Egan on the front row for this event here today. As pace car comes up on the pit road, Kyle Matthews dominated the last time he was here at Rockingham. Can he do it again? We'll find out. 59 laps of action. The green flag is out. We're underway in the AC Delco 400. Quentin Moore to the low side. He takes second position away from Bryce Egan. Kyle Matthews took off like a rocket on his start, and it is trouble for everybody else. Look how much lead he's already got. Alex Miller goes to second position. Third right now is goes to third position, I should say. Trent Dunham's in fourth. And fifth position is Destin Bowen, the number 12 car. That car will have straight arrow, mane, and tail as sponsor of this car next season. And it is run unsponsored all season long, but it's been pretty fast on occasions that number 12 car has. As he is, I'm not sure if Destin Bowen will be back in that car next season or not, though. Not sure if he chooses to, at least. The number 1 car, Trent Dunham, he'll be back with this car next season as well, too. The number 1 car, it'll be white, it'll be black and green, believe it or not. That car will be the number 1 car will be this car right here, the 25 car. Well, Kyle Matthews has jumped out to a big lead already right now, as if he's on his qualifying run here. That car awfully fast, by the way, in practice right there. Quentin Moore, second position is where he is at right now. Let's take a ride with Quentin Moore. He's squeezing out that whatever ounce of that power he's got in that sit-go forward to try to keep up with Kyle Matthews, and obviously not working for the time being. Let's take a look at how Quentin drives his truck here at Rockingham. He goes into turn 3 right now, right down that yellow on that white line, and drifts up the track through 3 and 4 right there. Gets off the 4 turn about 145 miles an hour off the corner. And then turn number 1, 164 miles an hour to turn number 1. And goes back down to about 137 miles an hour through the middle of 1 and 2, off the second turn. And he'll knock on 162 miles an hour into turn number 3 right now. Down about 135 in the middle of 3 and 4, 144 this time off turn number 4. And that lap for Quentin Moore, 149.822 miles an hour. His best lap so far, a little over 150 and a half. And trying to pull away a little bit from the third place car of Alex Miller. The Skull cars running right together. Miller in third position. Trent Dunham running in fourth position right now. Skull Bandit and Skull Classic, two different manufacturers by the two. Chevrolet on the 33 machine and the 1 car with a Ford. That car will be a Ford next season as well too. The Skull Bandit 33 Chevrolet. It'll still be such though, but the paint scheme will be a little bit different for next season when we go to the 1995 Winston Cup car set for Cup 98. Quote here. Cole Deaver, car number 3, runs in 6th position right now. The GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, Allie Liara. She'll be back with this ride next season too, so she's all set for season 38. Family Channel 16 will be back for that car, and Allie will be back with that team. She's in 7th position right now, running strong at this point. Joshua Osborne, number 2 in the points coming into this event here. He's in 8th position in car number 8. Ray Bess's Ford, he'll be back with this ride next season as well too. Different paint scheme on that machine. Osborne was right there on Jessica Shelton's tail for the championship points lead. But a string of bad luck in Osborne's case had bit him for a couple 3 races, and it dropped him back a bit in the points. Where actually it's not as much that as whenever he ran good, Jessica Shelton ran good too, and in some cases Shelton picked up a lot of points right there, or I should say padded her lead in the points right there. When Osborne was having bad luck, Shelton would finish like top 5 or top 10. Alex Hawkins, that car's been strong the last few races. He's had a couple of top 5 finishes. He finished top 5 at Charlotte, and he finished top 5, I think, at I think it was at North Wilkesboro. He finished top 5 in that race as well too. Now Hardy's Chevrolet has been running awfully strong today. Alex Hawkins, right now in 9th position in the Hardy's number 31. That car looking pretty strong for next season as well too. Again, all the Chevy teams will be going to the Monte Carlos next season, the 90s Monte Carlos. Dylan Young, he's all set for next season as well too. At this ride, the Miller Genuine Draft number 2. He's in 10th position right now, looking to at least hopefully for him win a race before the season's all over. He's got 2 races left to go before he will try to do that. As the last race of the season will be at Phoenix, Arizona, next on the tour for the Subway 500, and the season finale at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the Napa Auto Parts 500. Nathan Hudson's in 10th position. 11th is Seth Cole. Nathan Hudson's in 11th spot. Seth Cole's 12th. Caleb Vogler running 13th position in the Jeff Gordon colors. Running 14th right now is Michael Turner. And Laura Chung battling with Carson Gunn for 15th position right now. Carson Gunn's running 16th place right now. 17th is Reggie Fogelman, matching his car number. And you're on board with the driver in 18th position, Jessica Shelton. As she took a ride with the Bubba's inside the Bubba's Ford. Jessica will be driving the number 94 McDonald's car next season. The number 11 car will be selected by Lowe's Home Improvement. Next season, it'll still be a Ford. You get a ride now with Jessica Shelton as she goes through turns number 3 and 4 right now. Behind her, Fogelman 17th. Jessica's running 18th. So she's moved up a little bit from her starting position. I tell you what, you talk about a driver who has been absolute model consistency all season long. It's been Jessica Shelton. Not only has she been model consistency, but she's also been consistently finishing strong every race. She's been fast all season long, as Jessica just now took 17th position away from Reggie Fogelman. Kat Metz in the 10 car trying to follow through, trying to close up whenever she can. But back to Jessica, she's been strong all season long, fast. Every place she goes to, she's won 3 times. We mentioned she won the Winston 500 at Talladega. She won at Watkins Glen, and she also won the second Michigan stop this season. And she has benefited from the bad luck. Joshua Osborne ahead in one stretch of races right there, and it's padded her lead to about some 20-some-odd points. Almost 20 points, I think, too. You think that don't sound much of it, but if you go by 1 point per position, almost 20 points is a lot. And Jessica's got quite a lead right now in the points chase. She's about to pick off another position, or tries to, now on Laura Chung, who just now got passed by Carson Gum in 19. There he is. Carson, they didn't skunk him this season so far. They didn't skunk him this season, though. He did win Sonoma, the first road course stop of the season. So Carson Gum looking strong as well, too. The number 19 Hooters machine. That car will be sponsored by Health Source. Next season, it'll still be a Ford with the number 19 on it. Cat Batson runs 19th. 20th right now is Wyatt Quayle. And I tell you, this guy's dazzled us in a couple of races as well, too. He did so the first stop at Pocono this season when he finished, I think, in the top 5 in that race. He's had some good top 5, top 10 runs as well, too. He started the season off with a tremendous top 10 run in the Daytona 500, but the season for Wyatt Quayle has been kind of off and on a little bit as well, too. And somebody's off the pace there. See who that was. Caleb Vogler is off the pace again, the number 24 car. And that's another thing I forgot to mention about Caleb Vogler. We've been talking about Hard Luck Vogler, and that's about what we named him for a while. We mentioned he had that win at North Wilkesboro this season, and he should have won about 2 more races as well, too. He had the Brickyard 400 pretty much won until Seth Cole passed him for the win with 2 to go in that race. He had Richmond all in the bag until something went wrong until he got caught up in a wreck that involved a couple of lap cars. And then he's out of the race as well, too, the number 24 machine. So, And as we mentioned, he had Dover. He was leading at Dover when he got wrecked as well too in that race. So Fogler, he did, like I said, he did finally pull off that win at the second North Wilkesboro race this season, but he should have had about 3 or 4 wins this season. And I tell you, Fogler, if he stays with that number 24 car, he will be a threat next season, no question about it. Dylan Poteet, 19th position is where he's at right now in the number 22 machine. That Maxwell House will jump ship from that machine as well too, and it will go to MB&A as a sponsor on that number 22 machine. Nathan Orman, he's all set with this ride next season as well too. The Interstate Batteries Chevrolet, it'll still be a Chevy next season. So he's all set for next season. Mitchell Hodak, number 41 car. That car's going to have Kodiak as a sponsor next season. And what's going to happen to the 25 car, you may ask? Well, it'll have Budweiser as a sponsor next season, and that 25 car will be driven by Colin Cropley next season. And where is Cropley, you may ask? He right now sits in the 29th position. He is not happy with that run. If I know Colin, he's not happy with that run as well too. If he's not in the top 5, top 10, he is not considered to be a really good day at all. But Cropley, fighting as he always is inside that machine, and that's the kind of racer he is too. Let me tell you that. He did win twice this season. He won earlier this season at Darlington, and he followed that with a win in the day race at Bristol in the Food City 500. That car, the number 15 quality care car, you'll see it back next season as well too, but with a different driver on board. And you got Phil Parker and Daniel Voiles all there as well too. Bryce Egan, who is the outside pole sitter, he's just now got lapped by Kyle Matthews in the 25 car. Bryce had some high hopes. He started outside pole, and it's dropped now to 32nd position in that number 31, in that number 42 car, maybe 33rd here if he loses that number. If Brommer gets by and come back to the line, and he does lose 33rd, and he does drop to 33rd and maybe 34th now as the 98 car of Emmanuel Hartnett. He also has dropped back. He started 8th in the field. Hartnett did, and then he's now dropped back as well too in the Fingerhutch Ford. As I mentioned, RCA will be a sponsor of that car next season. I tell you what, Kyle Matthews has been breaking hearts and taking cash at Rockingham in our Chelsea competition. This is after all, believe it or not, he did not get his first win ever at Rockingham in this series. He did not get his first win ever in this series at Rockingham. His first win ever in the series came at Watkins Glen with the number 29 Hardee's machine, but he did win Rockingham with that scheme a little bit later on, and I think it was in the AC Delco 400 when he won it the number 29 Hardee's Oldsmobile with Aero 88 mod. But Matthews right now, he is, and get this, how fast is Matthews' car compared to everybody else? He has opened up to a near 16-second advantage, and that car is awfully strong, as it always is at Rockingham. But I tell you what, everybody else is going to be protesting Matthews' car after this race. But they always have that no matter what team he drives for, he always has that combination to get around Rockingham, and has the know-how to drive this track as well too. And if you have the, of course everybody has got the know-how to drive Rockingham, but if you have a know-how to drive this track combined with a very fast car and a team who's got the knowledge of chassis setup and the engine setup, everything else to make this car consistently fast around this racetrack here, then you got a very deadly combination as you do right now. As he now goes underneath Eric Monaco, the number 4 car. Monaco, by the way, he's all set for next season as well too. The number 4 Kodak machine. He will be driving this car next season in season 38 and season 39 and 40 for that fact as well too, if we get that far. But and there is Quentin Moore in car 21. He's in second position right now, and as I mentioned, drivers all set for season 38. Well, he's all set for season 38 as well too. That number's 21 Sitco Ford. He'll be back with his ride next season. Quentin Moore will be. The man out of the state of Tennessee running strong right now, and in second position. Trent Dunham running in third position. There's Cole Bieber running in fourth position right now, the number 3 GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. On board with Seth Cullen, car number 6 to Valvoline Ford. Seth will be going to a different ride next season as well. This next season, the Valvoline number 6 car will be taken over by Nathan Hudson, the driver who's ahead of Seth Cole right now, the STP Pontiac. And Seth, I'm sure, will find a ride next season. I'm sure he'll definitely be a contender for getting a ride next season. Dylan Young now goes riding in car number 2. Just watch how Seth Cole drives Rockingham. He goes into turn number 1, 123 miles an hour is how slow he's going. Let's remember too, the track here at Rockingham, very, as we mentioned, this track is located in the Sandhills in North Carolina. This also explains why this track is like sandpaper to tires. Now, some of you say you've gone off your head quals. No, I have not. And by that I mean the track is like sandpaper. The track's like sandpaper to the tires because the tires wear out very, very quick. And Rockingham's not only got that problem, and not only does Rockingham have that problem, but you have the same problem also that presents itself at Darlington as well too, where the tires wear out very fast at that track as well too. So Darlington and Rockingham are two of the tracks that are very, very critical to tire management and try not to wear out your tires quickly there. But they're racers and they run, some of them run very hard. So Seth right now runs in 13th position right now in the Valvoline Ford. He's moved his way up to the field nicely. And I tell you, and bad news for Joshua Osborne. There she is, Jessica Shelton, up to 10th position. Well, she's now moved Dylan Young out of the way. She's now moved her way up to the 9th position now. So Jessica's 9th and Joshua is 6th right now. So Joshua cannot get away from Jessica Shelton at all. And Jessica's probably going to be up to Joshua's back over saying, hello, remember me? He's 2 cars ahead of her. He's 3 cars ahead of her. She's now working on Alex Miller in car 33 right now. Miller runs in 8th position in the Skull Bandit Chevrolet as you ride on board with Jessica Shelton. Turn number 3 to go right here. Jessica up on the high side, Miller down on the low side. Here comes Dylan Young, the left side you see from the rearview mirror of Jessica's car. And Jessica now sees Joshua Osborne in her crosshairs right now. That's been the thing with Jessica so far in the second half of the season. She has not qualified. She has not qualified well in most of the events, most of the second half of the season. But when race day comes, look out because she's right there. And more often than not, that's been Jessica's style this season. And she goes down the low side here because she comes inside of Osborne. And Joshua right now thinking, oh no, not again. Yep. And Jessica says, bye-bye, Joshua. I'll be taking off ahead of you. And she will do so. But Joshua tries to fight back on her, though, however, going to turn 3. But to no avail, Joshua stuck on the high side. Jessica now up to, let's see what that puts Jessica up to right now, position-wise. She is running now in 10th position. She lost a couple of spots there when battling with Dylan Young and some of the others. But the lap speeds here have fallen off big time there. We're seeing that they're running less than 135 miles an hour around this racetrack right now at Rockingham. So this track here, very, very... So the cars are wearing out as far as the tires are concerned here. But one car I'm sure is not wore out is Kyle Matthews. He right now sits the leader of the event right now, and he is close up to the back of that top 10 now. He's now in the back of 11th place Seth Cole at the moment right now, and Kyle may be on his way to lapping the field Jessica Shelton right there just about gets past both Laura Chung and Alex Miller in one fell swoop as they come off turn number 4 now. Jessica falls back a little bit, and now she is now lapped by Kyle Matthews. And so remember how fast Jessica's car was? Well, now she's stuck up on the high side now of the track here, and see where Joshua Osborne is at right now. He's not far behind, so. But the good news is that for Jessica, she does have a rather substantial points lead on Osborne coming into this event, though. So she is not in bad shape right now as far as losing ground points wise going into Phoenix. So. And where is Quentin Moore? There is Quentin. He and Trent Dunham battling for position right now. And there is Matthews. He has lapped his way all the way up to. That is 6th position. That is Destin Bolland. The rest of the field right now, he has got there, got to be thinking, is this race over? Well, it will be in 8.5 laps. So, but for Destin Bolland right now, Destin Bolland at number 12 car running right now very strongly in the field. Though he is running 6th position right now, so the number 12 car unsponsored at all. Not doing too bad for itself right now in that machine right there. The car owned by the legendary Bobby Allison. So, we said that car will have mane and tail and straight arrows as sponsor of that car for next season. The 43 and the 3 cars they'll be set. They're set to go as well too for next season. The teams at Lace Sayers, Nathan Hudson will be driving, as we mentioned, for the Valvoline number 6 team, and Cole Beaver, well, he's all set to go for season 38. He's still going to be in that GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, and he pretty much will be in the Dale Earnhardt cars pretty much every season in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. You can pretty much rest assured that. But Deaver right now sitting right now in 4th position is where he's at right now. The GM Goodwrench Chevrolet winner this season at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And here comes Hudson to the left side. Kyle's going to help Hudson by the Intimidator colors. So move Deaver down to the 5th position now. Matthews gets by him to put him a lap down. And Rockingham was the last race where Kyle Matthews won this season, by the way, too. He won the GM Goodwrench Service 400 the last time he was here at Rockingham, the second race of the season. And here he is on his way to cruising his way to victory in the AC Delco 400, providing if nothing happens to that 25 car in the rest of this race, providing if nothing catastrophic happens to that machine. I'd say right now he's got the stereo on. He's got the window rolled down. He's pretty much cut the and has the air conditioning on. Pretty much about everything else. So enjoying a nice Sunday drive at Rockingham Raceway. And he has got now this time by will be 3 laps remaining here at Rockingham, North Carolina. This is complete lap number 56 of this 59-lap event. Caution free here today at the Rock here, and so far no major crashes have happened here today. A very safe event for sure. And we hope for the same thing at Phoenix, Arizona. Next race on the tours we mentioned for the Subway 500. 2 laps to go now. 2nd position is still Quentin Moore. In 3rd position, by the way, still Trent Dunham. And Kyle is closing in up on those two. Actually, those two got about half a lap on Matthew. Have about half a Shirley on Matthew. So I think, yeah, Quentin Moore and Trent Dunham's going to be in good shape to not get lapped. I don't think so. I don't think they will be lapped. They're just now taking the start-finish line right now. And Matthews takes his start-finish line right now to the white flag. 1 lap to go in the Ken Schrader colors. And Matthews is backed way off. His lap speed 131 miles an hour, and he's got the fastest race so far. Matthews does 154.06. Look at the margin speed was almost 4 miles an hour. Yeah, that shows you that how fast this car's been. It's been fast all day long and fast all the way to victory lane. Kyle Matthews wins the AC Delco 400 at Rockingham in total dominating fashion. Lapped everybody but 2 cars at today's event. So there's the number 25 Kodiak Chevrolet heading the victory lane. Quentin Moore comes from second position. Third goes to Trent Dunham. Fourth will go to Nathan Hudson. Fifth goes to Destin Bowen. Cole Deaver sixth. Seventh goes to Dylan Young. Eighth position to Ali Liara. Ninth position goes to goes to Laura Chung, and Dylan Poteet will finish in 10th position. So average speed 141.284 miles an hour. I'll give you the rest of the finishing order here today. Nathan Orman comes home in 11th position. Alex Miller drops to 12th. Reggie Fogelman 13th. 14th, Carson Gunham. 15th goes to Keith Batson. Alex Hawkins 16th. Wyatt Quayle 17th. Joshua Osborne finishes 18th position in today's event here. 19th goes to Seth Cole. 20th goes to Cat Batson. 21st to Phil Parker. 22nd, Emmanuel Hartnett. Joshua Sekuli 23rd. Jessica Shelton dropped to 24th in the final running order here, but she only loses 6 points. So not bad for Jessica as far as the points are concerned. 25th goes to Mitchell Hodak, to Daniel Voiles, Ryan Brommer, Matt McIntyre, Colin Cropley, and JT Bryant, the top 30. Eric Sadler, Zachary Fitzwater, Eric Monaco, Bryce Egan, Michael Turner, Paul Minnick, and Zach Winkle, the last year finishers. In 37th, Caleb Vogler, the only car to drop out with a gearbox failure on the DuPont Chevrolet. He'll finish 38th in today's event. But what more can you say for Kyle Matthews? Every time they go to Rockingham, he is an absolute mega threat to win here today, to win this race here. About any time you go to this track, as pretty much one of his favorite drivers, Kyle Petty, was when he drove for Felix Sabatos in the Sabco team, especially when they had the peak antifreeze and Melly Yellow colors back in that event. So, and he dominates the day. He starts from the pole, leads every lap, and wins by almost a full lap over the entire field here today at Rockingham. Just amazing. And you can bet they'll be looking to see what you bet everybody else for next season is going to be trying to figure out how they're going to keep up with him at Rockingham, at least. So, if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got in our races. We got gaming videos. We got in our online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, the main series on his channel, both the Duracell Next Gen Cup Series and the Duracell Ultra Light Series. That's the two main series Seth Cole has on his channel. And if you want in on future seasons of either the Duracell Next Gen Cup Series or the Duracell Ultra Light Series, be sure to get with Seth and he will get you going on that. And also be sure to check out other channels from the NNSCRA community, including the We the Coasters channel from Kyle Matthews and Dylan Young. If you are a roller coaster / theme park / amusement park fanatic, then We the Coasters is the channel for you. So that will do it here today at Rockingham Raceway. For now, this is James Qualls. Has been a production of the NNSCRA. Offline and online racing at its best. We'll see you at Phoenix, Arizona for the Subway 500.